Welcome to 100 West Virginia. It's October 2nd, 2018. I just wanted to give you a little glimpse of what is happening here in 100. You can see we're at the trailhead of the East Wetzel Trail of the Rail-to-Trail, which used to be the old B&O. So hoping my iPad will record for you a little bit. There we can see going north towards 100 proper. If you look over this way, I think that's now a city building, but they've got a restaurant there as well. And you can see how it goes along the waterways here. It goes along one of the creeks. Not a whole lot of foot traffic, so I'm standing in the middle of the trail. There's the south part. That's heading out of 100 towards Route 7. This is 250 right here. Parking for the rail trail. And across the road, we'll see there's 100 High School. Alright, so let's go in shelter here and look at the B&O map and the old pictures of 100 that they have there. Alright, so bear with me as I walk, and it's going to be shaky. Just for a minute. Alright, here we go. Okay, here's the map. Let's move back here. It's actually done in 1912. And you'll see there's a little paper, not clip, but push pin. Shows where you are, like that you are here type of thing. And we'll move in closer. And the map actually goes from the East Coast, kind of the originating points over there in Maryland and Baltimore, right? Because it's the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. And it will show up to the last ending point coming towards the Ohio River. It'll actually go to Fish Creek, the Rosebees Rock, and then just have a little point that says north to Wheeling. You can get an idea. So there we are. Let me move in closer so you can see the point. There it is. That's where we are right now. All right. So you can see we're right on the Mon Wetzel County border there into Wetzel, and then you can see over towards Marshall. And as the rail goes up towards Ohio County there, Elizabethtown is Moundsville there at the top they're talking about. So it reaches the Ohio River. Take it back a little further here, you can see the different counties. There's Marion and Harrison to the south. All the way over here till we get to Maryland, Hampshire County there to the south. Right, showing from the sea and then going over to the Ohio River up to Wheeling. Alright, if we go around the side here, a little bit more of a view of 250 in the north end of 100. More of a school. I guess it's lunchtime, so there's police cars there. All right. And I have to move back. For some reason the zoom isn't working on my iPad. Gotta love technology. All right. So there you have a little back of the map that shows the early days of 100. They look like they're anywhere from the 50s down to the 20s, maybe a little before with some of the pictures, but let's take a look at them close up. All right, at the top, we've got an image of boarding houses, tourist rooms, which is old but new, considering the oil and gas industry, everybody's renting out rooms now again, so that's not that old-fashioned anymore. And this here says early kitchen. You see the early stove, stovepipe, newspapers used as wallpaper. Guess that little girl must be helping her mom out. You see there's a washboard over there to the left in the front of the picture. So you can wash your clothes and stay warm. Down here it just says Coal Town with an E. That's very British of them, Old English. Really, the town hasn't changed that much. It's still kind of on that main road, like 250 type of road. Canning fruit, also probably from anywhere from the 30s to the 50s, but also something people do today. I know I've been doing it. Too many apples. Too many apples this time of year. Cutting oats in the field. He's got a big jug of water. He's probably hot as heck. It's hot today, even though it's October. It's in the 80s. There's an old school, one-room school. Had to wait for that truck to go by. One-room school. Kind of traditional. You've probably seen images of that before, but those are common in rural areas. Well, I like the ladies getting their hair done at the beauty shop. They're setting their hair. You had to get it wet, put it in the style, but you were hoping it would look, and then you would put it in curlers and all, wet it down, and then you'd sit underneath some type of a hair dryer, so it would set the curls. And then you would take out the pins and the rollers, and hopefully your hair stayed the way it should. Well, there's a drive-in theater. We don't see many of those anymore. I think there's one still in Wintersville, right? For those of you up near Weirton. I think there's one over near Steubenville. It's still around. Oh, the Moonshiners. That's a fun one. So you can kind of see some original Moonshiners when the federal government banned alcohol. Not so much the TV show you see today. Early threshing machine. Again, preparing the grains for use out of the field. Like that wash day blues. No one's happy. Takes a whole day to wash your clothes. Another instance of those wash bins that we saw in the early kitchen. There's an older store. I don't see any cars around to really judge when that was taken. That might be later than the 50s. That looks like it might be the 70s or so, 60s or 70s. Here's 1955 prices. Looks cheaper, but remember, people weren't paid nearly as much either. So, it all goes hand in hand. It's all relative. I like the lady's outfit, though. That's kind of come back in style. The petticoat, or at least the flared skirt and the flat shoes. Of course, the outhouse. Everyone likes the outhouse. Gets a kick out of that. And a little girl churning butter. And bath night. There's that old idea of don't throw the baby out with the bath water. What you would do on bath night usually is from the head of the household down to the youngest, you took your bath. So the water was probably pretty dirty by the time the little one got in there. So the idea of you're throwing out the dirty bath water, don't throw the baby out with it because it's so dark you can't see that the baby's still in there. That's kind of an old joke.